So for my search tool assignment, I chose to do PsycInfo. You can get to it by looking up in the ZSR databases, and when you click on the ZSR website, it pops up with the advanced search. But first, we're going to do a basic search. But before that, PsycInfo is a search database that covers psychological journals, articles, and reports. It can cover journal articles from over 2,000 different journals. There's no set date where it stops its coverage, besides it just basically limits itself to the most recent and the longest published journal article you can access on that particular topic. It contains articles from magazines, scientific reports, and dissertations. It's a database that primarily has to do with psychology, but it also you can pull up things that have to do with neuroscience and psychopharmacology. It's very useful for anyone who's trying to look up anything that has to do with psychology or any of the subsections of psychology, like abnormal psychology or social psych or developmental psychology. It has a variety of options, and usually it can link full text to you. But if that's not the case, it'll link it to Wake's thing where you can access the full text. So here we have a basic search. Normally, Wake it takes you to where Wake's website takes you to the advanced search, but I'll just show you a basic search first. So you have your place where you can enter keywords or journal articles or books or titles or anything. So first, we'll just type in regret to look up something about regret. Um, and then you can go down and modify your search down here. So you can click on if you want to have it have linked full text available, and if you want to limit the dates that it was published. So we can go, I don't know, 1980 to 2016, and then we want them to be peer reviewed as well and in English. And then you can also decide what publication type you want. So like if you want peer reviewed journals or a journal or anything like that, what age groups it's looking at, the intended audience, so you can go general public or juvenile or psycho, or just go to all of them. And then your document types as well, so you can like dissertation, clarification, chapter, bibliography, anything like that. But so we'll go to search, and it shows you that there's 1,422 things that have to do with regret with these limiters, but then you can modify the limiters, so we can go, we don't want them to be peer reviewed anymore. And it shows it comes up with two more. We can get rid of the publication date range, and it comes up with more. Now for an advanced search, it's pretty much the same with most of its search options, but it also has this thing up here where you can select your Boolean operators just as they show up right there. So we want to look up regret and counterfactuals. Um, so we can go down and we can modify our searches. So we want linked full text, references available, and open access, which allows anyone to view it instead of it having to be logged into Wake. You can also it has way more things down here to modify your search. Like you can look at the population group, um, the intended audience, like it was in the last one, the book type it was in, classification codes and methodologies. So like if you want it to be a clinical study or a quantitative or qualitative study or a regression model or something like that. And then we can also click down here to exclude dissertations, which means that it'll exclude like thesis dissertations from students that they're not peer reviewed. So now we can look up here and we can click on search, and it shows you that there's 4 articles on regret and counterfactuals that have to do with that have to do with the things that we searched for. Thank you. I hope this was informative.